Welcome to this edition of the Forum. I'm your host, Sheila Evans. We have a delightful show in store for you today with an outstanding lineup of guests. We get our show started today by talking with Bertha Dixon Wright, head coach of the New Hanover girls basketball team. She will give us all the details on this year's Leon Brogdon tournament, including who's playing and how you can get your tickets. Then we talk with Eimer Smith, director of New Hanover County Schools Child Nutrition Department. She stops in to share several healthy holiday eating tips with us. And finally, Bethany Layton joins us. She is the Resource Development Director for Communities and Schools of the Cape Fear. Their annual Polar Plunge is coming up, and she'll tell us how we can participate. We've got a great edition of the Forum for you today, and we'll get started right after this short break.
What if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed today. Learn how at ready.gov.
What state am I?
I'm the largest state east of the Mississippi River. My nickname is the Peach State. The 1996 Summer Olympics were held here. Do you know who I am? If you guessed Georgia, you're right. I received statehood in 1788.
This United States factoid has been brought to you by New Hanover County Schools on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
I am joined by Bertha Dixon Wright. She's the head girls basketball coach at New Hanover High School, and she joins us today to talk about the Leon Brogdon tournament. Give us the details.
All right. It is a very prestigious tournament. We have teams coming in from Ohio for the boys. We've got about 2-3 teams coming in from South Carolina, and plus the 4 local girls teams and the 4 local boys teams. The tournament is held at UNCW. The start date is December the 28th. It runs through the 29th, and championship games and follow-ups are on the 30th. We're excited. We hope it's a local girls team and a local boys team that pulls it out. But
there you go.
It's a big tournament, so we bring in a lot of good competitions.
Now, all the teams that come in from out of town, do they bring both the girls and the boys?
No, very seldom do we have like a team from Ohio bringing in both girls and boys. It depends on who asks and who gets in first. And for the most part, though, it's separate boys teams and separate girls teams.
That'd probably be a lot anyway.
Yeah.
Where do these folks stay when they come into town?
Well, we have some hotels and motels owners in the county that have been very generous, and they will give us anywhere the 5 to 8 rooms to allow these teams to stay for free, so they don't have to pay for any lodging at all.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
They've been very gracious.
Very good.
Yeah.
And this has been going on for a long time.
Longer than I'd care to tell you, because then I might tell you how long I've been doing it. It's been going on for a while.
Okay.
It first started years ago with Mike Brown, athletic director, and then there was 6 boys teams, and then there was only 4 girls teams. And then we asked to pull away. We wanted more games, and so we were let go. And the girls kind of did their own thing for a while. We were the Tournament of Jewels.
I remember that.
That was exciting. It was held at Brogdon Hall. We had teams coming in from all over, tough competition. And we always held our tournament before, and then the boys had theirs after Christmas, and they used to be at Brogdon Hall, got a little bigger, so they decided to branch out to UNCW. So if I sat here now, I can tell you it started way back in the 90s, and that's as far as I'm going to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me your reflections on changing it from Brogdon Hall to UNCW. What do you like?
I like playing at UNCW, played at UNCW, but I also love playing at Brogdon Hall. It's the Leon Brogdon tournament, and so, you know, when you say Leon Brogdon, you kind of want to tie that back into New Hanover High School. But, you know, some felt like it was time to move on. I don't fight progress. I don't
Sure.
fight it whatsoever. Just give us a place to play, and that's what we want. So if I had my way, we'd be at Brogdon Hall. I don't have my way all the time.
Okay.
So we're going to play at UNCW.
But you can seat more people at UNCW.
Well, Brogdon Hall's a big
Yeah?
building. Yeah. What we can do at UNCW is play girls and boys at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And we can also play 2 games at the same time.
Oh,
because
nice.
not only do we use Trask Coliseum, but we also use Hanover
Hanover
Hall.
Hall.
Yes.
Okay, that does
Yes.
make some sense. So
Yes,
there's
yes.
there's a little bit of logic for
Yes,
you.
yeah. So I mean, if you know, if there's one drawback from having it at one of the high schools other than Ashley, then it would be that we only have one gym that we could use, and then people could, you know, actually walk back and forth while we're at Trask, but you can't do it when we're at one of the
Right.
high schools other than Ashley.
Right.
They have the facility.
Do you think it's fun for the players to play at Trask?
Oh yes.
I mean, to
yes.
be in that surrounding?
They look forward to it.
Sure.
You know. I don't want to say it, but some realize they may not get to play
Right.
at that level, but you know, having the opportunity to play there for 3 days is just fantastic. I played at UNCW. It's a nice facility. Don't take anything from it, but you know, I also work at New Hanover High School, so it'd be a little more fun. But I understand why we moved. One of the things I'd like to talk to you about today,
Sure.
Ms. Evans, is we're still in the process of trying to get sponsorships
Okay.
and ads. And I think a lot of times when we ask people for the sponsorship, they go, well, what school do you work at? Well, I work at New Hanover High School. But when we talk about raising funds or sponsorship for the tournament, we're talking about helping out all the
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. And then we're looking for a couple of day sponsors. We're looking for programs, you know, ads. We're looking for members to go into our Big 100 club. So if anybody wants to be a sponsor, they just need to contact one of the high schools and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about ticket prices?
We're still debating right now.
Okay.
Half of the committee says, let's leave it like it was last year. And I think they're pretty much going to do that. We're looking at somewhere like, I want to say a $10 day pass and somewhere around $18, $20 for a tournament pass. I think they're going to make that decision soon.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there. So it will be publicized at all the high schools what we're going to do with that.
Gotcha.
So,
Do you have a lot of former players come back and hang
Yes.
out at the tournament?
yes, and it's always fun to have them. They always want to be coaches. You know, coach kind of sit on the bench. Of course you can. Just be quiet while you're there.
There you
hand
go.
out the water. They come back, and I hope we get to the point where we'll have each school, you know, when they're when the former players come, let's make an announcement. Let's let people know that they're there, because it's always a joy to have them come back. It really is.
What do you think's the draw for some people to even come, like from Ohio? South Carolina may not be too far depending on where they are, but what do we offer them?
Well, I think the biggest draw is where we're having it, at the Coliseum, at Trask Coliseum. You know, we talked about it before. The other one is everybody's heard about this tournament. I was up in Maryland last, I want to say Easter, and I was at the mall, and a kid actually had a T-shirt on. I stopped, and you know,
that's
and-
great.
yeah, everybody knows about the tournament. So we're even having phone calls now about people wanting to know, hey, is the tournament full for next year? It's a great location, Wilmington, North Carolina. You cannot beat that. They enjoy coming here. Like I said, we have hotels and motels, owners that put them up. We provide them with a meal. In the past, we've done like a brunch. I think this year we're trying to give them a dinner. There's lots of things that they can do even when they're not playing here. The aquarium, they go to the beach, they go to
Nice.
the movies. So it's a very attractive area,
Great.
and they want to get here.
Well, before we go, remind us
Yes.
the dates one more time and how people can get tickets.
All right, the dates are December the 28th, 29th, and 30th. And the easiest way is to just check with either one of the local high schools
Okay.
to figure out, you know, how can I get that tournament pass? Is it going to be available the first day? And I think it will be. And because, of course, some people hate waiting in lines, so they want to get those tickets ahead of time. So hopefully we'll have those available real soon.
Okay,
So,
great. Well, thanks for coming by and
Thank you
sharing
for
all that
having me.
information. We'll be back in a few minutes, right after these messages.
When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
Ah, listen now. Can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now. Can you feel the sun? Whoa, 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 whoa. Can you feel the sun?
Now it's time for This Week in Bad Stats.
Bad stats?
Horrible stats. Here goes. 132.
That's how many batters struck out 4 times in one game last season.
Wow, very good. Here's a tough one, though. 3 and 4.
No idea.
That's how many kids witness bullying. 3 out of 4.
That's not a good stat.
No, it's not, but it can change. Kids want to help, but they don't know how. Visit stopbullying.gov and give them the tools they need to help prevent bullying.
There are plenty of safe ways kids can help at stopbullying.gov.
I am joined by Eimer Smith. She's the Director of Child Nutrition for New Hanover County Schools, and she's going to give us some holiday tips, maybe on how to not eat so much. What do you want to share with us today, Eimer?
Well, you know, the most important thing is just be mindful. I mean, don't, you know, do not eat things that, you know, that you feel self-conscious about. Maybe, you know that they have a little bit more fat in them. Enjoy the holidays. So, you know, my main point key here is just enjoy the holidays, but do be mindful. If, you know, try to slip in some of the more healthier food items as you eat during this holiday season. And some of the items, you know, we can just be mindful of. Maybe it kind of helps sometimes if you look at your plate size, and maybe if you go to a smaller plate, it kind of makes you place less food on your plate. So that kind of helps out with a lot of during holiday eating. Also, you know, just maybe, you know, if you're baking, I know a lot of time this year people like to bake. If you're baking, instead of using oil, maybe use applesauce. So that's a great substitution for baked items. I know in banana bread, I mean, I've tried applesauce and it just turns out the same. You don't even miss the oil. You know, if you're thinking about your carbs and how many carbs you're going to eat over the holidays, maybe do spaghetti squash instead of you know, regular pasta noodles. Another idea is maybe using Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise. That helps out with a lot of recipes during the holiday season. Another item that I kind of thought of was just you know, try to, if you have those higher dense food items, try to incorporate some more healthier items into as you're, you know, eating during the holiday season, such as maybe just thinking of having those leafy green in a nice big salad. Trying more fruit salads are a great option. And then,
what do you consider a high density item?
Like sweet potato pie, or squash casserole.
Okay.
Mostly, you know, some casserole dishes are more of a dense product.
Gotcha.
And you know,
so you're saying have a bite or have a serving, but make sure maybe you have the leafy green next to it.
Right. Have fresh items. You know, this time of the year we have, you know, oranges well, I know they're plentiful in stores, and you know, just having those leafy green vegetables are really good to add on with a holiday meal.
Very good.
And then the last thing, don't forget, just be active. I mean, have fun outside with your children. We've had some wonderful weather. Just go out, enjoy. And if it's, you know, rainy, cold outside, maybe do some indoor activities and with your children and your family, and just be active and just stay active throughout the holiday season.
I actually participated in a 5K on Thanksgiving for the first time.
Oh, okay.
It was fun. I made me feel better about myself when I ate later. But you know,
Yeah, they're
Didn't break
probably
any
other-
world records or anything, but got out there and got moving. We had a beautiful day at Thanksgiving this year.
Right.
So it was really nice. So
Right, just
in
getting
this
your body
community where we have
active.
such wonderful weather, maybe park further away.
Right.
You know,
Right.
go for that walk. Doesn't have to be a run. I really don't like to run. I do it, but I don't like it.
Right.
Um,
and instead of, taking an elevator or escalator, maybe taking the stairs, that kind of helps too. But just staying active, just anything that you can do just to keep your body going and moving. And plus your kids, I think, will enjoy it too, because they have a lot of energy too.
We'll get them out there with us.
That's right.
So as an overview, you would suggest really watching that portion control.
Right.
Maybe don't have the third serving.
Right.
Add those leafy greens or some of the good things around maybe the not so good things.
Right.
And to just be a little bit more active maybe than we normally would be.
That's right.
Okay.
That's all you need to
Well,
do.
Eimer, thanks.
Thank
And,
you.
we appreciate it, and we'll have to try to keep those things in mind.
All right. Thank you.
We'll be back in a few minutes, right after these messages.
Let's see what's for lunch today. What are you having?
Tacos, great. We had meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and peas.
What's this? Looks good.
We had beef stew, noodles, pudding, and whole milk.
You know, today's school lunches are more nutritious and have better variety.
They're totally awesome.
It is definitely not your parents' school lunch anymore.
A message from the American School Food Service Association.
Mom, can I have $1? Yeah, it's right. I think my purse is upstairs on the bed. It's not here. Check the dining room. No. What about your sister's room? It's not there either. The upstairs closet? The downstairs closet. There are no more closets.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
This is why you get by on 4 hours sleep. Why you took a second job. This is why you taught yourself how to fix the plumbing. And spend hours juggling the bills. This is why you'll do whatever it takes to keep your home. And that is why we want to help. We are making home affordable, a free government resource that can make paying the mortgage easier. Now more options are available. Call 888-995-HOPE to talk one-on-one with a housing expert today.
I have Bethany Layton with me. She is the resource director for the communities and schools of the Cape Fear. And I think our first topic going into 2016 is the Polar Plunge.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
We are excited about our first annual Polar Plunge. It's going to take place down at Wrightsville Beach. And we're just encouraging anybody and everybody who doesn't have plans on New Year's Day to come down and take the challenge and dip into the ocean with us to raise money for communities and schools and at-risk students. So we're hoping to have about 500 participants there that day. We'll have hot cocoa and coffee for those who are intimidated by the cold water, but we'll also have some children's activities. We're going to have a great raffle of a paddleboard and a lot of other activities, so it's going to be a good family event. So don't come by yourself. I would encourage everyone to come with a good group of people.
There you go. So we crossed the bridge. Where are we going? What's it going to look like?
Yeah, so we're going down, the exact location down at Wrightsville Beach will be determined this week, and we'll put that on our Facebook page and our website. But we're going to be in Wrightsville Beach, whether down at Johnny Mercer's Pier or at Stone Street.
Okay.
So there'll be plenty of parking at the park, at some of the churches down there, or any public
Nice.
parking. The great thing, it is January, so we're not dealing with any of the holiday traffic. And then you come down, festivities will start at 10 o'clock. Like I said, we'll have food and hot drinks. We've got some children's activities. We'll have a live band out there, a photo booth to take pictures before you make your dip and after you make your dip to say, hey, I did this.
There you go.
So you can brag about it on Facebook and social media. And then 11, we'll have the official plunge and run into the ocean, and you can either dip and come right back out or stay for a second. And then afterwards, we've got some great partnerships with the restaurants downtown in Wrightsville Beach, Neptune's, Oceanic, who will be doing some great food offerings and drink offerings for those participants who want to stick around and get a bite to eat on New Year's Day afterwards.
Well, nice. You said don't come alone, and you said that there's children activities.
Yeah.
Do you have it nailed down what some of those things are?
Yeah, so we're hoping to have a bouncy house out there for the children. We'll have some crafts out there, face painting, those types of fun family activities. We might do something a little bit different, like cornhole for the older kids.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it's an event where you don't come by yourself. You want to have people who are encouraging you to jump into that ocean and are there to support you right after when you're freezing cold.
Yeah. How do people register?
Yep, so they go to our Facebook, or our website actually. You can get to it by our Facebook page as well, but it's www.ciskatefear.org, and there's a special events tab, and you just click on the Polar Plunge and it'll give you all the information. It is $25 to register. And then you get a free t-shirt. A lot of other giveaways will be there that day. And then if you want to fundraise and get other people to support you doing it, there's an opportunity to fundraise on behalf of a team as well.
Did we miss any of the activities that you might have for some non-plungers?
You know, I think the most exciting thing for people who are non-plungers is that we are going to have a lot of live music and food offerings, but also the stand-up paddleboard. Neptune's is going to be donating that, and the tickets are $1 a piece, so not too pricey, and a good chance to win. And I know we have a lot of outdoor enthusiasts in this town and community, so the opportunity to win a stand-up paddleboard is pretty exciting. So,
and will those raffle tickets be available exclusively down at the site?
So you can buy them ahead of time by calling our office at 910-343-1901, or you can purchase them at the event itself, and you don't have to be present to win.
Okay.
So that's pretty exciting.
What else will keep you busy after the Polar Plunge?
Yeah. So we are doing a fashion show at Landfall in March, which is pretty exciting. We're going to feature some of our students in the fashion show, which will be a great opportunity to get them involved in our fundraising capacity. So that's taking place in March, and you can find information about that on our website as well. We're also doing a spring fling event in April, which will take place downtown, and it'll just be a nice evening for people to come out and support communities and schools. And then I would be remiss if I didn't miss or didn't talk about our back to school supply drive, or Stuff the Bus, which we do every year in August to help all the kids in New Hanover County get prepared for school. So that will be happening in August, and it's a great way to get people to volunteer and help all of our local kids.
Just touch on a couple of things CIS does.
Yeah, so our main programming is putting full-time site coordinators in the public school system to help kids who are struggling either academically with their attendance, maybe socially they're being bullied, or they just don't feel comfortable, they're a little bit different and they're not assimilating into school, and therefore they're withdrawing from school. They just need that person who's going to stand by them and say, no, I believe in you and you can do this. And that's really at the core of what we do and how we encourage our kids to succeed, because when you've got someone to walk through that process with you, kids believe in themselves and they start trying, and they really see graduation as within their grasp. So placing those full-time site coordinators, we're at Snipes Elementary, Williston Middle School, DC Virgo, New Hanover High School, and Mosley. So that's the core of what we do. And then the other big piece I always like to tell people about is the teen parenting program we offer, and that's for parents who are parenting or are pregnant in middle school or high school, and we put them through 8 weeks of intensive parenting education to help ensure that they are, fully equipped with all the knowledge they need to help take care of that little one when they come, but also continuing that support system past the delivery of that baby to ensure that they don't ever feel socially isolated or don't know what to do. Just supporting those young moms, because we know it's a challenging time in their life, and we also want to make sure that they graduate so there's the best chance for them to succeed in life.
That was my next question. Do you support them academically so they make it through graduation?
Yeah, as you can imagine, when you're pregnant, you're already scatterbrained, and being a young mom adds its own challenges, and then trying to stay focused on school, and again, not letting that fall within the cracks and for them just to drop out. We help them stay on track with their credits, making sure they're signing up for the classes that they need to graduate, completing that senior project so they can walk across the stage with that child and go on and do great things.
Very good. So Polar Plunge, New Year's Day, Wrightsville Beach.
Yep.
At 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
Okay.
Yep. Any questions, feel free to call our office or check out our website. Like I said, we're hoping to have 500 people there, and it's going to be a great event.
Awesome. Thank you for coming by and telling us about the new activity, and we'll be back in a few minutes right after these messages.
Hogs, we got a real porker of a house here. Get in there and waste some energy.
There's no insulation, boss. It's hog heaven.
Leaky windows, too. This is gonna be a breeze. Perfect. Go wild and waste some wattage.
Time to tan.
Oh, there's hot water for just one pair of pants. My kind of place.
Wow, this thing's so old it's gonna take me hours to get dry.
Keep wasting. They'll never know what hit them till they get the energy bill.
What the? Boss, they're home! And they've got energy-efficient bulbs! Ah!
You've got the power to get rid of energy hogs. You can help your parents add insulation, put in Energy Star appliances, and lots of other things to make your home hog-free. Find out how at energyhog.org and play fun games, too.
Oh, retreat! Retreat!
Go to energyhog.org and get the energy hogs out of your home.
Hey, wait for me!
Tick, 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 tick. Massive heat waves. Heat waves. Tick. Severe droughts. Tick, tick. Tick, tick, tick. Devastating hurricanes. Tick, 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 tick.
Our future is up to you.
Tick.
Go to fightglobalwarming.com while there's still time.
We hope you've enjoyed our program today. The Leon Brogdon Holiday Tournament will take place on the campus of UNCW from December 28th through the 30th. Tickets will be available for single games, or you can purchase a tournament pass. And to learn more about the Communities and Schools Polar Plunge, or to register, you can visit their website at ciscapefear.org or call 343-1901. Now, if you ever have any questions about the topics we discussed here on our show today, please call the school system's public relations office at 254-4180 or check out the school system's website at www.nhcs.net. I'm Sheila Evans, and thanks for joining me today.